Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well. From wherever you're watching this channel, one of the biggest losers in this tour of Mount Kenya, RUTO's tour of Mount Kenya, is Kimani Ichungwa. And why am I saying so?
Wa majority katika bunge la kitaifa. Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi akaita bwana holai.
Kimani Ichungwa, during a rally in Tharaka-Nithi, was again confronted with the reality that people are not interested in his politics. When Kimani Ichungwa rose to give a statement after RUTO had introduced him, during that rally, you could see that the crowd was a bit engaged. The crowd was there in numbers. But the moment Kimani Ichungwa started speaking, people walked out. I believe you've seen some analysts talk about this issue, left, right, and center. And William RUTO, being the president, needs someone who adds value to his faction. When the crowd walked out on Kimani Ichungwa, which appears to be a second blow to him after what happened in Nyandarua, whereby in Nyandarua County, Kimani Ichungwa could not finish his statement because of the heckling and booing. So when this second scenario occurred, RUTO, being the president of the Republic of Kenya, had to think twice. And just like I said, RUTO wants someone who adds value to his faction. Right now, the character of Kimani Ichungwa is someone who has become a burden to William RUTO's faction. That is a reality, ladies and gentlemen. And that is what I want us to look at extensively in this video. But before we get further on that, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video, subscribe to this channel, and for those who've supported us by subscribing and liking, thank you so much, because without you, this channel wouldn't have grown. So thank you so much again. Kimani Ichungwa forgets that he's a politician. So when he speaks, sometimes when he speaks about policies, trying to, push policies which are punitive to the people of the Republic of Kenya, Kimani Ichungwa has been forgetting that he has a political career. RUTO is the president. RUTO might serve one term, just like people are saying, or by any chance might get re-elected. So let's say, for example, RUTO is re-elected. The worst case scenario where he's re-elected, he finishes his second term. RUTO is not going to vie for a member of parliament. He's not going to vie for senator, governor, MCA. No. RUTO will be enjoying his retirement benefit. But let's look at Kimani Ichungwa, because Kimani Ichungwa has ruined his politics, especially in the Mount Kenya, and is the person who is most hated in the mountain. For all these leaders there, if you've been following the tour of William RUTO in Mount Kenya, all those leaders, unapata kwamba hawakui heckled, hakuna booing. But when Kimani Ichungwa tries to make a statement, the worst normally happens. So for this time round, when he was confronted with the reality that people are walking out on him, RUTO must have, in his, when he retired from this politics, he must have reflected deeply and looked at the possibility of probably replacing Kimani Ichungwa. Do you think Kimani Ichungwa adds value to RUTO's political basket right now? Personally, I think Kimani Ichungwa is a burden. He is a political burden to William RUTO. And just like I was maintaining, RUTO will benefit from his retirement package as mandated by the Constitution if he secures a second chance in the presidency, second re-election. He secures a re-election. But Kimani Ichungwa might suffer because he might not be re-elected. So if he's not re-elected, then most likely Kimani Ichungwa atakuwa ni raia tu. Raia tu, former member of parliament. Atakuwa ni former member of parliament Kikuyuni huko. So atakuwa career yake amemaliza, hawezi simama ka governor, hawezi simama senator, hawezi simama MCA, labda simame village leader ama mzee wa nyumba kumi, because the people there shall have reached a decision of totally rejecting Kimani Ichungwa. When Kimani Ichungwa pushes for punitive policies in the parliament, huwa anasahau kwamba Wakenya anamwangalia. Wakenya anamwangalia. In fact, the person who pushed for the finance bill 2023 ni Kimani Ichungwa. Looking at the housing levy, shies of Kimani Ichungwa. The person who has been talking bad about Gachagua, Kimani Ichungwa. So that explains why the people in Mount Kenya hawezi kumsikiza Kimani Ichungwa, because they know that the politics of Kimani Ichungwa is not adding value to them.
Lakini leo hakuna machozi, sababu huyu mungwana Kithure Kindiki ndiye naibu wa rais wa Kenya wa leo, sababu ya kuwa mungwana mvumilivu, mungwana mwenye heshima na mtu wa kufanya kazi na watu wote na kuunganisha watu wote. Si ni kweli? Nyinyi mnaona tukiendelea pale 2027 tupee William Ruto tamu ya pili, akimaliza nani ataendelea kutoka hapo? Ati nani ataendelea? Nani ataendelea?
So because it's not adding value to them, they would rather listen to William Ruto than listen to Kimani Ichungwa. Right now, we can say that Kimani Ichungwa has committed a political suicide. That's a reality. And that has been exhibited in this tour. So the biggest loser based on the videos you've seen in Mount Kenya, it's not even Ndindi Nyoro, it's not even Senator Methu, not even Nyutu, not even Wamumbi, but Kimani Ichungwa.
Wa majority katika bunge la kitaifa. Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi akaida mwela horai ndio ngapana hawa watu wa Kwale. Mheshimiwa Rais, wamesema hii affordable housing iko hapa, ile mawe yote inajengwa hapo, ikiwepo kablo ipewe hawa vijana affordable housing. Leo mwenene niye niyo yataragwo na aria tuga goko karao na Nyandarua yothe.
I don't know how many of you agree with me, but just go below on the comment section and tell us whether you think Kimani Ichungwa is the biggest loser. Because personally, that's what I see, ladies and gentlemen. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.